everybody doing? How is everybody doing today, man? This is your boy West Coast. We are alive in the building, man. I hope everybody is having a good day today. Shoot, today is what is today? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So we live in the building. We're gonna talk about everything that we need to talk about as far as Cowboys content today or this morning. But I hope everybody's having themselves a great Wednesday. Is today Wednesday or Tuesday? Let me know what day today is, man. I'm off. I'm off by a day. But let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? I do believe it is Tuesday, though. No, today's Wednesday because we were supposed to have practice yesterday and we did it. So today's Wednesday. I know what day it is. So, yo, what's up with you, Miss Rose? Hey, Miss Rose, how you doing? Appreciate you. Hey, Miss Rose, can you share my content on Facebook for me? What's up with you, OG Darren? Top of the morning. Good morning, sir. Josh Fisher, what's up with you, Josh? Appreciate you this morning. Make sure you hit that share button on YouTube. I think you're my first person on YouTube today. How you doing, Josh Fisher? 88. Auntie Rose, you my first person on Facebook today. Appreciate you. OG Darren, what's up with you, sir? Been watching me on Facebook and now you're on YouTube. I appreciate you for making the switch. 28 degrees in Virginia this morning. Oh my Jesus. Hey, put it in the comment box how cold it is wherever you are, how hot it is. It is 76 outside right now in California, and it's going to be 96 today. It's going to be hot. She said it's 28. Oh my God. What's up with you, Miss Cortez? Good morning, West Coast. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I know now. Miss Cortez, how warm is it where you at? Elijah Robinson, 543. What's up with you, my guy, watching on YouTube? I appreciate you, sir, for watching on YouTube. Please hit that share button on YouTube. I don't even know where you can share it at, but wherever you can share it at, please share my content on YouTube so somebody else can watch it, please. Auntie Rose says it's Hump Day. Timothy, what's up with you, sir? Let me turn these notifications on. Timothy, what's up with you, sir? Watching on YouTube. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that share button over there. Jerry Tucker, 8873 on YouTube. Again, hit that share button for me on YouTube. Appreciate you, sir. OG, what's up with you, sir? Just share it on YouTube. Appreciate you. I don't know how to share on YouTube, so let me know when you're on YouTube, when I ask you to share, where do you share it to? Xavier, the go-getter, Ferguson, what's up with you, eggs? Appreciate you, my boy, Ferguson. What's good, OG? Live in at 305. I heard that. Kavarius, what's up with you? I think that's Kavarius Williams. What's up with you, sir, on YouTube? Appreciate you. Timothy 76. I'm in Cali. What part of Cali you in? I'm in Southern Cal. Jerry Tucker is 34 in Lynchburg, Virginia. Oh my God. Jose, what's up with you, Jose? What's up with you, my boy Jose on Facebook? Appreciate you for watching on Facebook. Hey, Jose, hit that share button on Facebook. You know where to share it on Facebook. OG, what's up with you, Leo? Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Miss Cortez says it's 71 right now. It's going to be 97. That means you are in California somewhere because those are California numbers. Let's see. J.R. Smith, morning, Cap, 40 degrees, South Carolina. Oh, my Jesus. 40 degrees. That's cold. That's still too cold. Jonathan Dowdy, where you at, man? Appreciate you for sharing. Hit that share button, Jonathan. Please hit that share button on Facebook. Please share my content to 5 places on Facebook, please. Trying to get over 100 people up in here. Jason Kappa, what up with you, sir? Appreciate you, Jason. Appreciate you, sir. Make sure you hit that share button on Facebook. Also, Jason, if you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube. I want to start pushing my Twitch next. But until then, please subscribe to my YouTube, please. JV boy, what's up with you, my boy? Appreciate you, JV. Where you at? I know you on YouTube, but how cold is it? Where you at? YouTube is the curved arrow. Okay. But my question is, when you hit share, where do you share it to? Like, do you share it on Facebook? Do you share it like on Twitter? Do you share it to like other people on YouTube? That's what I'm asking. Like, when you hit that share button on YouTube, where does it go? Roger, what up, Roger? What's up with you, sir? How cold is it where you at on Facebook? And Roger, can you give me a share, please? Can you give me 5 shares on Facebook? It's easy to share on Facebook. You just hit share button and you just pick groups and bomb, 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 bomb. Just can you share it for me, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Roger Smith, what's up with you, sir? Roger, I gave you some love. Wish it was game day Sunday. I heard that. Jan, what's up, Jan? He says he's in Texas. Appreciate you. I know it's cold out there. Let me know let me know how cold it is. Where you at? I heard some people saying it was pretty cold out there in Texas. Samuel Smith, what up, Big Sam? Appreciate you, sir. He says, what's good, West Coast? Appreciate you, Sam. Watching on Facebook. Hit that share button for me, Sam, please. Share it to 5 people on Facebook. We growing. Look at that. We already growing. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Roger Smith. Appreciate you, Roger Smith. Rose says, send the heat to Virginia. I wish I could. I'd love to be at around 80 and I send you 14 degrees. If I can do that, I'm gonna ask the Lord to keep us around 80, and whatever's over 80, I'm gonna send you away. Okay. Carvel, West Coast, what's the deal with Tyreek Hill coming from Pasadena, California? Hey, what up, man? You right down the street, man. Carvel, you can come watch a game with me. I can come watch a game with you. What's up, man? We ain't even nothing but an hour away from each other. 45 minutes if it ain't no traffic. I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit. JV says JV's telling us how we can share on YouTube. He says hit the curve button. I shared it. Oh, he shares the Twitter. He shows to this Twitter. Okay. Roger Smith, what's up with you? He says, Junior Smith, I'm from South Carolina. Okay, from South Carolina. Okay. Repping Los Angeles on Mines. What's up with you, OG? Jonathan Dowdy, what's up with you, my boy Jonathan? Where you at, man? I see you on Facebook, but where you at? Where you located at right now? How cold is it over there? Jesse Castellito, shout out from San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas, one of the most beautiful cities in the United States. I actually went to basic training there for the Air Force. That's where I was at. I remember going down to the river walk. We had to change out our outfits because we wasn't even supposed to be down there. You know what I mean? But San Antonio, one of the prettiest cities in the United States. The Dallas Cowboys actually used to go, we used to have training camp down there at one point in time, but they stopped. Why? Because it was so goddamn hot. You know what I'm saying? That's why they come to California. Jan, what's up with you, Jan? Appreciate you. Miss Cortez says, yep, I'm in Orange County. She's out there in Disneyland. Omega, what's up with you, Auntie? Omega Williams, good morning. Let me know how cold it is where you at, or how hot it is. If you tell me the weather, I could probably almost guess where at least round where you are. You say you out about 40, 30 degrees, you in Texas or Virginia, in that little area right there. If you're about 71, you're in the Californias. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Greg Allen Bradford. My guy got his whole name on there. Appreciate you. Salute to the people with middle names. This generation don't believe in middle names. Good morning, brother West Coast. Hey, Greg, where you at, man? Are you thinking about going to training camp? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sarah, what's up with you, Sarah? You just followed me on Instagram too. I saw your alert. She says it's freezing in MI. Is that Minnesota? Jesus. Y'all got to be more careful when you picking these places to live, man. Whoa, let me know a number exactly how cold it is so I can share it, so I can send you. I'm telling you, I'm only praying that it's 80 degrees in California, and anything else, I am willing to send it your way. Max Bag, what's up with you, my boy? West Coast, he said Max is sharing. Hey, Sarah, can you share on Facebook? I know you in every group, every Cowboy group. Your name rings bells around the Facebook groups. So please, if you can, give me a share and give me a couple shares. Share me in as many Cowboy groups as you can possibly. Max Bragg, what's up, my boy? Leo, what's up with you, Leo? He says from Pensacola, Florida, home of Emmitt Smith, Roy Jones Jr., and Derrick Brooks. Man, that is a whole lot of talent in that water, man. Hey, Leo, I want to know, man, Is it true that the iguanas be falling out the sky in Florida around this time when it get cold? I need to know. Do you have a bunch of iguanas? Because man, I am addicted. I'm addicted. I'm Leo. I'm addicted to these iguana videos and hunting in Florida. I'm addicted, man. I want to get my little 22 rifle. I want to go out there and I want to go hunt some iguanas. I want to go hunt I don't want to go hunt no anacondas, no Burmese pythons, because them a little crazy. But iguanas, I'm trying to go. They call them the chicken. What they call them, the chicken of the tree. And then Leo, have you ever tasted an iguana? I need to know from a real Cowboy fan, because I ain't gonna believe the world, but I believe a Cowboy fan, because Cowboy fans don't lie. Do it really taste like chicken if you've ever had it before? I need to know. Because YouTube got me wanting to get on a plane and go to Florida, go hunt some iguanas. That's all I'm saying. Roger Smith, what's up with you, Roger? Gave you some love. She said she shared it in 30 groups. Miss Rose, I appreciate you. What's up with your peaches? Good morning, West Coast. Let me know how cold it is. You on Facebook? Can I get about 5 shares for you, please? Can you share my stream to your 5 favorite places in the world on YouTube? I mean on Facebook. Good morning, peaches. I see you on there. Miss Rose got 30 shares. I appreciate you, and it shows too, because my numbers literally just grew from like 70 to 97. So yes, I feel it. I definitely feel it. Stephen Hallman says it is 55. What's up, Steve? Steven says it is 55 degrees in Missouri. I've only been to Missouri one time, and that was for the draft. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all have some weird weathers out there. It was humid in a mug, and then it was cold, and it was humid. I think Sarah was there too for that draft. JV Boy says it's 49 in Memphis right now. Woo! Gee. Hey, that's where the Bishop's from. That's where he's staying. Y'all got to link up. That's where the Bishop is at. Reckless Lifestyle Johnson, what's up with you, sir? Appreciate you for hitting that share button. Appreciate you, sir. Reckless Lifestyle. Let me show you some love. Appreciate you. He says she's in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Hey, that's the home of Micah. Ain't Micah Parsons from there? If I'm not mistaken, ain't that where Micah Parsons is around? That's where he's from? How cold is it over there? Let me know. Dolores, what's up with you? West Coast, you back? And hey, if love falls, we get it. If love falls too, we get it. That's a good question. The running back out of Notre Dame, I will write that down. We'll talk about that. I will definitely talk about that. Max Braggs, thanks for the jersey. Appreciate you. Peaches said it is 38 degrees in North Carolina. Oh my God. My cousin's in North Carolina. He from California. My cousin's out there. He loves it out there too. He ain't never come back. Anthony Winters, he says it's going to be 91 over the weekend. He's in California somewhere. Joshua Fisher, what's up with you, my boy? He says congratulations to your sons. Game success, West Coast. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Carvel Russell, what's up with you, my boy? Carvel, I seen you again. He says it's cold here in the East West Coast. Woke up this morning, Orlando, to 44 degrees. Hey, you're another person in Florida. I want to know, are the iguanas falling out the trees? Because YouTube got me believing they is. That's all I'm saying. And if it's on YouTube, it got to be true. What's Croach? My boy said, what's cracking? He said, Reckless, I ain't skip you. I wanted to give you the attention that you deserve. That's what I was trying to do. What's up with you, Reckless Life Johnson? What's up with you, my boy? Hit that share button on Facebook, please. Give me a couple shares. A couple meaning 15. Paul, what up, Paul? He said Inglewood in the house. Inglewood ain't up to no good. What's up with you, my boy? It's gonna be 91 today. What's up with you, sir? Del Rio, Texas, DC 415 checking in. What's up with you, sir? Appreciate you for tapping in from Del Rio, Texas. How cold? You make it to Dallas, brother? We can go to the game. Mac, man, I will definitely be making it to Dallas. Darren says Lackland Air Force Base. You know it. Big Sam, what's up with you, my boy? Big Sam watching on Facebook. He says, what's good, fam? Saw you live. Figured I'd listen while working on the truck. What's up with you, man? Max says it's 60 degrees in Texas. He's in the good part of Texas, then. Reckless says it is 29 degrees in Harrisburg. Woo, that's cold. That is cold. William, what's up with you, my boy? He says it's 28 out there in Virginia. Appreciate you, sir. Ross Dean. Hey, Ross Dean, hit that share button for me. Thank you, Ross Dean. He said, "What's up, my boy?" Carl, what's up? He in Miami. Hey, is it cold in Miami or is it? What's the weather out there? Let me know. Lost Brown, what's up with you, my boy? Lost Brown, he's in Hampton, VA. What's up with you in Hampton, VA? Let me know if it's cold out there. Good morning from Memphis. Hey, man, Memphis is in the building, man. It's a lot of people listen to me. It's a lot of people from Memphis in here. It's a lot of people in here from Florida. What's up with you? Tyrone Barber, what's up with you, my boy Tyrone? Appreciate you, sir, from watching from Memphis. There go another Memphis. I think Memphis is the #1 city right now. Isaac Bruce Perez, what's up with you, my boy? Appreciate you, my boy. Got the big sombrero on. Appreciate you, my guy. Fairy, #1. What it do, my boy? Appreciate you. William McClure, what's up with you, my guy? Appreciate you. Lee Harrison, what's up with my boy Lee? Appreciate you, my guy. Lee, stay in my inbox. Appreciate you, sir. Justin Tucker says, I went to camp when it was in San Antonio. It was held at Stephen F. Austin, and I heard it was hot as heck, too. George Neal, what's up, West Coast Code? Hearing the DMV F the Washington football Wizards higher attack. We so aggressive in DC. Hazel, what's up with you? Said the high is 100. Hazel, that means you in Cali somewhere or in Arizona. Darren, Darren, hey, my other Darren, he says Minnesota is MN. Okay, that's Vernon. What's up, Vernon Wade? What's up with you, my boy? Sarah Berryhill, what's up with you, Sarah, out there in Michigan? That's where my son want to go to college. Carl, appreciate you, Carl. George White out there in Jersey, appreciate you. Just got 12. Whoa, Joshua Fisher said they just got 12 inches of snow out there in Montana. Man, that's why you got to be careful where you pick to live, man. I can't do it. Samuel Smith, what's up with you? Says it's 28 degrees where he's at. Okay, dude, I just don't want to make sure I forget nobody. Bobby, what's up with your OG Bobby Robinson? It is 30 degrees in Boston, Mass. Woo. All right, let me make sure I ain't forget nobody. Carl says, hey, they dead now, no more iguanas. Dorothy, what's up with you, Miss Dorothy? She says it is 43 in South Carolina. Hey, we got a lot of people from the Carolinas in here too. Gator tail is good. I'm about to take your word for it. I don't know if I'll be eating that. What is that, Vaughn? What's up with you, Vaughn? Law Will, what's up with you, Law Will? Appreciate you. He's Augustale, Georgia. He says it's 46 up there. Los Brown. Okay, here we go. Someone I don't know. Or I do know you. Oh, Common Sense Lab. What's up with you, man? I just recognize your name. Please hit that share button on YouTube for me, please. What's up, West Coast? Caught alive in a minute. Appreciate you. You caught one now. Cali got the best weather until we don't. What's up with you? Maine Nelson. What's up with you, my guy? Appreciate you. TJ Fisk. What's up with you, my guy? Appreciate you for sharing. Yo, Adrian Rocky Colbert. What up with you? Yo, Adrian. Appreciate you. Washington, D.C. Rodney Smith, what's up with you? 68 in Vegas, reaching 95. Vegas, stay hot. OG, triple OG, what's up with you, Rodney? Dorothy Ennis, what's up with you, my boy? Omega says, yes, iguanas fall out of the trees here in South Florida. Woo. Whoa. Yeah, I gotta come out there. I'm trying to get my hunt on. Rex Paul, what's up with you, Rex Moore? He says 10 inches of snow in Montana. Ooh, man, that's crazy. Randall Armstrong, what's up with you, my boy? Randall Armstrong is new to the channel. You know what that means? That means someone shared on YouTube, found this man's inbox or found his stream, and you drew him in. Whoever shared to allow this young man to get up in my stream, I greatly appreciate you. All right, Donnie Howard, what's up with you? New Jersey. Michael Williams says, cowgirl still trash. Hey, man, we still trash, and you're a guy who likes to watch trash cans. So that's all I got to say, man. If we're trash, why you watching us? New Jersey in the building. Appreciate you. But, hey, man, let's go ahead and get into this content, man. I think I done gave everybody a little bit of love. And I ain't going to lie, I'm going to start going live more often. This 8:30 time is going to be my morning show. I got to start doing my goal is to do at least 10,000 views a month on YouTube. And it's not going to get there from doing one show a day. So I, as a Dallas Cowboy content creator, have to do more. Have to do more. You know what I'm saying? Victoria, what's up with my boy Ping out there in Victoria, Texas? Appreciate you, Ping. I got to do more. You know what I'm saying? So I will be going live in the mornings. I will be going live in the morning. So around 8:30 every day, I drop my kids off at school about 7:40. So it gives me time to get home, eat something real quick, go drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's old school talk. No, I'm not a Browns fan, but if you get what I'm saying, yeah, I gotta eat my food. I gotta go drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And then I can get on here and get loud. You know what I'm saying? George Lee, what up with you, my boy? George Lee sharing on Facebook. Someone, thank you for hitting that share on Facebook and finding George, man. He almost missed the show, but your share found him, man. Appreciate you, man. He says, hey, appreciate you, man. That made me feel good. He says, my boy Kendrick Thompson says your content is needed, bro. Appreciate you. John, hey, it's Miss Charles. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yes, Miss Peaches, that is exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means. See? There you go. Hey, Miss Peaches, I don't know if you just showed your age, but maybe you just have a bunch of old cousins and aunties around you, but that's exactly what that means. When someone says they about to go drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl, that's what that means. Alicia, what's up with you, Cowboy Nation? As always, Miss Rose, since you always texting me and checking on me, I'm gonna share your content again. How you doing, Miss Rose? She says, welcome to the Cowboys content. Appreciate you. All right, so let's go, man. Let's go ahead and talk about what I came to talk about. And that is, listen to me. I did a show yesterday, man. West Coast, do your thing. Appreciate you, Carlos. I did a show yesterday, and I basically asked this question. You know what I'm saying? Should the Dallas Cowboys be interested in adding more? And listen, look at this. I got the OG, triple OG in me here now. Look at that. Is that the OG, triple OG?
In the building, driving. I just turned on, and I won't be with you long, but what's going on, everybody? What's up, West Coast? I heard that there are a lot of people from Memphis watching this, and I put it on YouTube. I got a real question. You are not following me, and I am right here presently in Memphis. Something is wrong with this picture. The picture, everybody in Memphis is supposed to know me by now. I'm just tripping, West Coast. What's up, dog? What's going on, man?
He listen to me. He the man of God, and I'm gonna say it the way I need to say it. If you on the West Coast, you should be following West Coast for sure. And if you in Memphis, you should be sharing. You should be following the Bishop, the Big Time Show, because you can literally pull up on him. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. One of the perks of following the Bishop is this, man. When you're in his town, if you ever need prayer, you can find out where he go to church and pull up on him and give you a little prayer too, man. The word of God says when you sick and you need prayer, you're supposed to pull up on the elders and let the elders lay hand on you. You shall be healed. You know what I'm saying? My pops always tell me that. That's what he always tells me. So.
Boy, you crazy.
So that's one of the advantages. That's all I'm saying. If you pull up on West Coast, yeah. I'm gonna lay hands on you, but I don't know if you're gonna be healed. You know what I'm saying? But I know for sure the bishop gonna pray for you. The bishop for sure gonna pray for you. So there's advantages. There's advantages for having a guy, you know what I'm saying, from knowing the bishop in Memphis, because I heard it go down in Memphis. That's all I got to say. I heard it go down. You know what I'm saying? I heard it go down.
We do the best. We do the best we can, man. About so far, I ain't about 10 minutes.
All right, so listen to me. This is the Dallas Cowboys big three, right? This is the Dallas Cowboys big three. This is the Cowboys wide receiver core, because listen, yesterday I opened up Pandora's box. I opened it up. When I start talking about should the Dallas Cowboys, be more interested in bringing in another receiver at this receiving core, because you know who the highest paid quarterback in the NFL going to be this year? The highest paid quarterback in the NFL is going to be our quarterback, Dakota Let It Rain Prescott. He's going to be making $60 million, And listen to me. No, we do not believe in pocket watching, but I know y'all do. And every time Dak throws
That's
an
right.
incompletion or anything, y'all gonna say this. Well, I don't know. Well, that's what you get for $60 million. That's what you get for $60 million. That's what you get for $60 million. Hey, that's what I know. Want to know why? Because this is what I always say about Cowboy Nation. I'm not comparing y'all to my kids, but I know this. I love my kids, but I know my kids. If I go in my kids' room and it's clothes all over the floor, I know exactly who did it and I know why they did it. I ain't gonna say his name, but he did it. Want to know why? Because he's looking for a shirt because he didn't put his school clothes out last night like I told him to. Want to know how I know him? Because he mine. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy
That's
Nation.
right.
Cowboy Nation.
That's
Listen to
right.
me. I'm not trying to say y'all gonna do some crazy stuff or say some stuff, but guess what? Y'all ours. We know y'all. We know y'all. So with
Yeah.
knowing y'all, I want to
Yeah.
know. And y'all are not listening to me. Dak, y'all are not gonna let Dak have it. Y'all gonna let Dak have it this year if he don't do what y'all expect him to do. But my question is, if Dak is a plumber and he's going in on a job, or if Dak is a carpenter and he's going in on a job, or if Dak is an electrician and he's going in on a job, do he have the tools to do the job? You know what I'm saying? Or is he playing with some insufficient tools, right? So I want to get it. I want to go ahead. Go ahead. You just go ahead.
No,
Okay.
no.
So yeah. So my
I'm with
question
you. I'm
is.
just agreeing rules is what matter.
Okay. So yeah. So this right now. If you look at this right here, this is the Dallas Cowboys wide receiving score. You have George Pickens, who had over 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb had over 1,000 yards, 3. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Tabacos. He had 3 touchdowns last year. Then you got Ryan Flournoy. He had 475 yards, 4 touchdowns. Yes, he had more touchdowns than CeeDee Lamb. You got Jonathan Mingo, who had 1 catch for 1 yard last year. No touchdowns. You had Kevontae Turpin. My dog. Kevontae Turpin, my dog, but bruh, he had 396 yards, 2 touchdowns from the wide receiver position. And Trajan Holden did not record a stat last year, right? So the question that I'm asking is this question right here. Do the Cowboys have enough at the wide receiver position, or do y'all want to add more? I'm gonna ask you that question. I'm gonna ask you that question. Let you answer first, and go ahead and talk for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come right behind you.
I'll say very simply, last year you produced a top, depending on what metric you're looking under, but the Cowboys were a top 3 offense at just about every metric that you can come up with. In most publications or most categories, Cowboys were number 1 in offense, and that is with the guys that West Coast just came up with. So we know what they can do automatically. They can be a top offense in the league regardless. Your quarterback has always been a 40, over 4,000 yard quarterback, high in QBR. Javonte Williams, was a surprise, but we know what he's capable of. Pickens and CD speak for itself. Jake Ferguson, is a solid tight end. The line is there. Everything is fine. So yeah, they can do what they do. Ryan Flournoy, I think he probably the only one that we can question. But when he had his opportunities, he showed out. So we know he can get the job done. My point is that I want to be as unstoppable as possible. I said it last night with West Coast. If you saw me last night at West Coast talking about it, I don't believe that the defense will be nowhere near where the offense will be. So I believe that we ought to strengthen our strength. And our strength on this team is our offense. So give me another weapon. Whatever that weapon is, as long as it can contribute to it, I don't care who it is. Somebody said something. I think Wes said you're gonna talk about love a little bit later on. That's a weapon. If he falls there, that makes your offense better. It doesn't make it worse. If you add a real tight end that can really be a somewhere in the seams and do some damage downfield, then add that to it. If it's another wide receiver, if he's better than Flournoy, then go get him. It's just that simple. We are the number one offense in the league. I mean, at least they showed that last year. If we can, and I believe we can, hey, add another weapon. So, yeah, we can get it done. No question about it. To answer your question.
Okay, this is my thoughts on it right here. Just a couple facts. CeeDee Lamb did miss 4 games last year, so with him missing those 4 games, one would like to think, you know what I'm saying, he averaged about 68 yards a game at 6, 12, 18, 24. So theoretically, he probably would have ended with about, if CeeDee Lamb plays all the games last year, he probably ends up around 1,200, 1,300 yards last year. Now, touchdowns, totally different story. Why? Because, and he only had 3 touchdowns. I would assume with those extra 4 games, he probably gets at most 3 more touchdowns. So CD ends up being a 1,200-yard receiver, 6 touchdowns. My thing is this, right? Not even every year, but you can never go into a season expecting everybody to be healthy. Why? Because the NFL is a violent game. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me, the NBA currently right now has players like LeBron James, all these big time players who miss games, and the NBA ain't nearly as contact as the NFL. Hence the reason why there's only 17 games in NFL. So the thought that someone's going to be able to play every single game is damn near almost impossible anyway. You have to expect for someone to get injured, whether that be on your wide receiver room, your running back room, even in your quarterback room, tight end room. Someone is going to, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because they play more snaps than anybody else on the team too, the offense. And the way our defense is set up, meaning they're not good, you would want your offense on the field more. But being on the field more, what does that do? That opens you up to have guys injured. So that's just what it is. Now I'm gonna talk my first. So I'm gonna break it down by player, what I think about each player and their expectation. But as the entire room, looking at the entire room, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Going into what I believe the Dallas Cowboys, this offense is going to have to carry the defense, or carry. I'm gonna forget to carry the defense. They're gonna have to carry the team. There's going to be a portion, like the season is kind of cut up in four parts, right? Every 4 games. For the first 4 games of the season, the Dallas Cowboys offense is going to have to carry this team. Why? Because they're the only unit that's actually been together. Like, if the Dallas Cowboys had a party right now, the only people that wouldn't be wearing name tags is the offense. Is the offense. The defense, they're all gonna have name tags that say, "Hello, my name is," and then they're gonna write PJ Locke.
Exactly.
Your defensive coordinator is gonna have a tag on it. Listen to me. There's probably gonna be times in the first 2 days of practice when your defensive coordinator, they're gonna look at him and say, "Hey, man, where are your shoulder pads at? Where's your helmet at?" There's probably gonna be people that's gonna think he a player. Why? Because he's just as young as them.
Exactly.
So this offense, there is going to be times where this offense is going to have to carry this team. Now, listen to me. I'm Mr. Run the Damn Ball. I am definitely Mr. Run the Damn Ball, and I definitely believe in the Dallas Cowboys running the damn football. But I'm gonna be honest with you right now. If you look at the way this offense is built, even this wide receiver room, if you don't add anybody, is probably your strongest room on offense. So if I have 70 snaps, because outside of Javonte Williams, who's your start? We're going to do running backs probably tomorrow or the next day. But outside of Javonte Williams, who do you have at running back? That's why CeeDee Lamb was running the ball last year in this 4 games. That's exactly why CeeDee Lamb was running the ball last year. Why? Because behind him, you really don't got nobody. You got Blue, but depending on what shoes he wear, he may not be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he took him 5 months to get on the football field, and when he finally got on the football field, he wore some shoes that gave him. I don't know, man. In 2026, man, these dudes just be getting some crazy injuries that I ain't never even heard of, man. Like maybe they got them in the 80s, but they for sure didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
If your foot wasn't falling off in the 80s, if your foot wasn't falling off in the 80s, you was not telling your coach you had cramped feet or whatever they said he had, man. I don't even want to repeat it. But this is just a new generation. So theoretically, when I look at this Dallas Cowboy team, your expectation should be on this wide receiver room. So the wide receiver as a whole needs to be good. And I'm not going to expect that my top three, even my all six, are going to be healthy all season. I'm not going to, because it didn't happen last year, right? Praise God, CeeDee Lamb didn't get no major injury or anything like that, but even him missed 4 games. So what did that mean? While he was gone, guess what happened? Ryan Floyd, part of the reason why Ryan Floyd was able to get 475 yards last year is because CeeDee Lamb got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ryan Floyd, just to talk about him, he's 26 years old, out of Southeast Missouri. He had 40 catches last year, 475 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he averaged about 11.5 yards per catch. Now, for a third receiver, technically, I'm gonna be honest with you, I personally want more. Why? Because there was a time where the Dallas Cowboys had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup, who was not even healthy. And you know what y'all was talking about? Y'all was talking about we should have 1,000 yards from each one of those dudes. So y'all was talking about a 3-headed monster with those guys, right? So I digress. I look at what I have right now, and so my expectation from my third receiver is at least 800 yards, 900 yards, at least getting in that compass. Why? Because with those type of throws and those type of moving the ball down the field, that allows me to take some of the pressure off the running game, and it also takes some of the pressure off my defense. Why? Because they won't be on the field as much. You know what I'm saying? So,
true.
What's up with you, Big Andre Stacks? Appreciate you for coming in. He says, I like to see Holden. But the Cowboys listen to me, you have a lot of proven talent. The Cowboys have a ton of proven talent right now, and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, but behind that, you don't have anything really. And listen to me, Kevontae Turpin, he's been on a team going on 4 years now. Kevontae Turpin, as much as we want him to be a receiver, bro, he ain't a receiver.
No.
He's not a receiver.
He's a splash receiver.
He's a splash receiver. My guy played all 17 games. He had 296 yards, 2 touchdowns from the wide receiver position. He did average 15.2 yards per catch. Salute to him on that. But I'm just being honest with you, man. Kevontae Turpin, I'm done counting him as a wide receiver, because either the Dallas Cowboys don't think that he can do it, or because, man, listen to me. If Kevontae Turpin was a wide receiver at $6 million, Floyd Noy would have not got the opportunity that he got. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? When CeeDee Lamb went down, they did not they did not thrust Kevontae Turpin in that second receiver position or in that third receiver position. They brought Ryan Floyd. So I'm not saying I don't believe in him. I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys don't believe in him. What are your thoughts on Kevontae Turpin playing wide receiver?
Well, I agree. He's had all the time in the world, and what he is a glorified. He's not a glorified. He's a awesome kick returner who got some real wide receiver money, because they tried to make him more than what he was, but at the same time, you gave the opportunity, or some of these receivers took his spot. I believe Florida kind of took his spot. And we still haven't seen Holden, but if you gave Holden some time, I believe he would also kind of take his spot as well. So, because I think Holden is more complete receiver, but Turpin, what he can do when he does line up on the offense, he's more of a decoy. What he can do is run people away. He can run away, away and bust the top off of defense, which opens up everything in the middle. And what he also did, Wes, is like you just said, to go back to Javonte Williams. Once you leave Javonte Williams and take him out of the equation, they were running CD and they ran Javonte Turpin. We really didn't find out the best running back last year was Davis. But look how long it took before they finally figured that out. So we're kind of suffering with an identity crisis in the running back room because we don't really specialize in getting a true number two. So you have to replace that, and everybody, the wide receiver got hurt, Lamb, Javonte Turpin got banged up as well, and so if they're just going a part of the running game, that's the wrong thing. So as you just said, where's somebody gonna get hurt? I even take this back to what you said before, and this is another whole thing. When you said that CD missed those games, you said what happened. One of the things that we can't ignore is that prior to him getting hurt, CD being hurt, George Pickens was good, but it wasn't until CD went down that George Pickens became an all-pro. So we know the numbers, we know the yardage that George Pickens got. It's not even a question to me. If CD didn't get hurt, would George Pickens be an all-pro? Now that's what you really need to be talking about. Would he all this drama about how much he getting paid? I know he showed it, and he is great. George Pickens is great. He showed he can be a number one. But if CD is healthy, George Pickens is not a number one. He is a number two wide receiver. And those numbers that you see right there, they would not be there if CD wouldn't have never got hurt. You can subtract some of that stuff, and CD CD got over 1,000 yards last year and missed 4 games. And with his production, and you know what I'm saying, he would have been all pro again. There's no question about it. He made the Pro Bowl last year. There's not a lot to say, but to get over 1,000 yards and missing 4 games, that ought to tell you exactly what kind of receiver CD Lamb is. I love Pickens. I love him on this team. I know what dynamic he brings. But if you really want to see what he was doing, look and see what CD was doing and Pickens when they were both there. Pickens' numbers weren't nowhere near what they became to be. I mean, look at that. Come on now. That's 4 games. That's 4 games missed, and that's what CD came up with. That's incredible. You add those, it's just bottom line. So, I know George Pickens did what he was supposed to do. He answered all the questions. He did it all. But don't be expecting those numbers from George Pickens this year with CD coming back healthy. Don't be expect CD's numbers to go back up and then expect, George Pickens to come back down. But as far as the third receiver goes, one other thing, and I'm going to let you go, and appreciate everybody coming in, everybody on the Big Time Show channels, whether you're on Twitter or whatever, stay with West Coast here. You're going to learn a whole lot here. Another big thing that we left out, West, was that when you start talking about Florida, we still got to factor in Ferguson, because Ferguson, really technically speaking, to Dak, is third on the pecking order. He's going to try to find Ferg before he find Florida or whoever the guy is. You know what I'm saying? So then you look at Ferguson's stats and see where he is on that part. It's a lot of balls that got to go around, man. It's a lot of balls that got to go around to satisfy these guys. But Florida can do the job if one of the guys goes down. You're comfortable, I think, with Florida stepping even to a number 2 position. If one of them goes down, he can get the job done. I think he proved that last year.
Okay. And man, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing that these numbers do prove is this: is you need more than one. You need more than one. You need more than 2. You need, because listen, if you only have one and one goes down, you have 0. If you have only one And if you have two and one goes down, or you think about this on one's just, we always think about injury, but just think about just poor performance. You know what I mean? Like if one's not performing at the rate of where you want him to perform, then guess what? You still need a number two. You know, so in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys, it's like Rambo. I always say it like this: Rambo only had two hands, but he had 9 guns. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because when one was empty, we ain't reloading it. We dropping it on the ground, we picking that other one up, and we going. You know what I'm saying? So the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver room needs to be like Rambo. You need to have multiple. Now, I'm gonna tell you something also that's kind of crazy too is you have I was gonna say this about Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin is 29 years old right now. He turns 30 in August. He is exactly 1 year older, 1 year younger than Tyreek Hill. So for all the people that be saying what they say about Tyreek Hill, he's exactly 1 year and a month younger than him at 30 years old. He's about to be 30 when the season starts. So the Dallas Cowboys offense, and then look at my boy right here, Flournoy. Not Flournoy. That's Mingo. I'm sorry. Hold up. Holden is 26. So a lot of these dudes, listen to me, the Dallas Cowboys have the experience, and they're not afraid of guys with a little bit seniored. But I will say this: I love what Bishop was saying about CeeDee Lamb and CeeDee Lamb going back to who CeeDee Lamb was. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing about CeeDee Lamb is, and that's this, man. As much as I love my boy CeeDee Lamb, statistically and over his career, he ain't really scored a lot of touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb had one season where he had over 10 touchdowns in his entire career. For the most part, CeeDee Lamb is about a 7 to 9 touchdown guy. That's what his career shows. And last year was a career low with 3. You know what I mean? But he did, like I said, he did miss the 4 games. But still, if you go look at CeeDee Lamb's career, go look at his stats. He's only went over 9 touchdowns once in his career, and that was 3 years ago when he had 12 touchdowns. So the Dallas Cowboys need guys who can find the end zone. You know what I'm saying? We need guys who can find the end zone, who can make their way to the end zone. And that's why, man, I ain't about to make this a whole Tyreek Hill show because obviously he's still hurt. He's still, getting himself together and things like that. But man, I want to know from y'all in the nation, do you guys think that the Dallas Cowboys have enough, man? Like, do you think that we have enough? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If I showed you this list right here, and it had, I just take off the guy who hasn't played, Trajan Holden. Appreciate you. I love you, Trajan, but you going to the practice squad. If you replace Trajan Holden with this picture right here, you're not telling me that offense. You're not telling me that wide receiver room don't look better, man. You are not trying to convince me. You are not convincing me that this wide receiver room does not look better with number 10 on there. He does not. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. A healthy Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, will produce better than Kevontae Turpin, who, for whatever reason, the Dallas Cowboys aren't even giving him the opportunity to play wide receiver unless someone gets hurt. Like, they're not even really giving him the opportunity. Trajan Holden is a guy who has not played in the NFL yet. So behind your 2, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, man, you have a lot of inexperience. You have a ton of inexperience. And I'm going to tell you this right now, bringing in another wide receiver, especially one who's a little bit senior, it only follows what the Dallas Cowboys have been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. Everybody looked at T.Y. Hilton as a guy that was too old. He was do this, you do that. But guess what happened? He came into Dallas, and that dude was extremely productive for the Dallas Cowboys for what we needed him. Did he get 1,000 yards? No. Did he get 15 touchdowns? No, he did not. But we weren't asking him to do that. We were asking him to make plays when he was called upon to make plays. And that's what I need from my third string receiver. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right now. You bring in Tyreek Hill for a vet minimum because remember, him being released by the Miami Dolphins, what did that do to him? That triggered a guarantee for the Miami Dolphins. So they have to pay him $28.5 million, regardless of who he plays for this year. So what is that? What up with you, Donald Holmes? Appreciate you. Let me know if you got your package. He says, maybe better production, but I'm not trying to get Tyreek. Listen, if you don't want to get Tyreek Hill, I want to know in the comment box. I want to know in the comment box why, because a lot of Cowboy fans, y'all just be so set on just saying no to stuff until you actually see it. And then, like, because listen to me, the same people that say no to Tyreek Hill are the exact same people that said no to George Pickens. And guess what? George Pickens was a 800-yard receiver until he met Dak Prescott. And that's just being real. And that's factual. That's factual. He was a 800-yard receiver with under 10 touchdowns and labeled as a cancer and nuisance in the locker room until he did what? Until he came to Dallas Cowboys, where they say all the toxic players come and get more toxic. But I'm going to be honest with you, that's not even the mindset in Dallas no more. You know what I'm saying? Guys come to Dallas, and you know what they tend to do? They tend to put their best foot forward. You want to know why? Because they're on TV more. A lot of you guys are judging players from stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago. That's not even Dallas anymore. Like, that's not us no more. The guys in Dallas, if you even think about it, we don't even really get in trouble like that no more. No, oh Lord, let me knock on wood. Let me knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, I never said no to GP. Then why would you say no to Tyreek Hill then? You post the name of the game is to get as many weapons as possible. You know what I'm saying? To get as many weapons as possible. Okay, good job. That is the name of the game. To have as many possible weapons as possible. Why? Because players get hurt and players just flat out underperform. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. For you to ask, listen to me. That's Trajan Holden. That's your 6th wide receiver. That's his stat line from last year. For you to think that this dude is going to come in and get 500-600 yards, that is not realistic. Kevontae Turpin, that's his stat line from last year. And he's going to be 30 when the NFL season starts. The Dallas Cowboys have had him on his team going on 4 years now. And guess what? Last year was one of his better years. The Dallas Cowboys are not trying to use Kevontae Turpin as a wide receiver. You want to know why? Because if they were, they would have did it. They would have did it. They would have given him the opportunity. And we're paying him like he's a 3rd receiver. And that's the production you got right there. Jonathan Mingo, another guy that people love talking about, 24, young guy, 6'2", 220. Big wide receiver, big frame receiver. Guess what? He had 1 catch for 25 yards last year. Like, I'm just saying, man. That's all I'm saying. And then listen to me. If you just look at our number 1 receiver, 9 touchdowns. That's GP. We need guys who are used to getting in the end zone. That's part of the reason why I want Tyreek Hill is because he's used to getting in the damn end zone. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. You ain't got to talk about the injury. I don't even want to talk about injuries with anybody. Why? Because y'all didn't care that Max Crosby was currently hurt and y'all wanted to trade for him. Had no problem. I don't want to talk about free agents being hurt. Why? Because Trey Henderson was hurt last year and he's 31 years old and y'all had no problem signing him. Y'all had no problem signing him. Danny says the more threats we have on the team, the harder it is to scheme against it. Rotation. Absolutely, Danny. Absolutely. You want to know why? Because we live in a world where anything can happen. We live in that world where anything can happen, and the things that you don't think are going to happen tend to happen. All right, give me y'all thoughts. Let's go. Mingo had drops last season. Yeah, CD had some drops last season also. Even with CeeDee Lamb even with him being injured, if he would have caught the passes CeeDee Lamb only had 8 drop passes all season last year, which would put him tied for 9th in the NFL. I looked it up. And you know who had 1 less drop? You know who had 7 drops? Devontae Adams. Jeff said, man, I still want Crosby. Sadiqa said they all dropped the ball last year. George Pickens didn't drop the ball at the rate that CeeDee Lamb did. George Pickens didn't. CeeDee Lamb kind of went through it last year. What's up with you, JV boy? Church. I like this. He says more threat. He said, absolutely. It's listen to me. It's all about rotation, man. And it's all about having as many weapons as you possibly can. And it's all about having as many go out there and produce. You know, I honestly think the Dallas Cowboys are going to bring another receiver in here. I don't believe the Dallas Cowboys are going to just give Floyd Noy that third receiver spot. I don't believe they are. You know, I believe you guys believe in these guys a little bit more than what the Dallas Cowboys do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got to think, if Pickens gets hurt or if CeeDee Lamb gets hurt, Mingo's now your number 2 receiver. And 475 yards is not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough. Duke said, what up, Duke? Appreciate you, my boy. Where are you watching at? Duke's watching on Facebook. Appreciate you, Duke. Duke says we gotta bring in another receiver. I agree with you. And I'm gonna tell you, we don't need to bring in just some random dude. You need to bring in a guy that has a history of producing. And listen, it ain't even gotta be Tyreek Hill. I get it. Y'all don't like Tyreek Hill, whatever reason. But it got to be someone that is used to production. I do not want to bring in a guy that I'm hoping has his best season next year. No, I don't want that. I want to bring in a guy that you've already seen produce so you can already have that expectation on him. Because if George Pickens goes down or doesn't produce the way he does, or if CeeDee Lamb gets hurt for a couple games and he's not able to produce, you need a guy that can step in that role and still give you about 600-700 yards. And right now, I don't know if that can happen from either one of these guys. Wayne says he doesn't really care about the fans. Who don't care about the fans? What up with you, C. Will? Who don't care about the fans? Jerry Jones do care about the fans. I'm always for getting better, no matter what the consist of. Absolutely, Jeff. I agree with you on that. I can't even say your name, but I'm gonna try. It looks like Khalifah Bryce and running back. Appreciate you, sir. Sharing on Facebook, hit that share button. You look like a coach, man. Look like you look like you got a neck like a football player. So I'm assuming you're a football coach. Darren says, who better than Hill to mentor Flo? Honestly, I think Tyreek Hill can mentor all these dudes. All these guys have areas in their game where they can get better at. Sadiq says, I always said he was never coming to Dallas. I never wanted Crosby here. Okay, you talking about Crosby. Money Bags. What up with you, Money Bags on YouTube? Appreciate you, sir. If you're on YouTube, hey, hit that super chat. I forgot I had that. Hit that super chat. If you like the content, hit that super chat. We got 55 people watching on YouTube. We had about 70 earlier today. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. I'm gonna grow my YouTube audience. 8:30 every day is gonna be my new time, from 8:30 to about 10, or 8:30 between 9:30 and 9:45, depending on what we got to talk about. Every day that's gonna be my time. 8:30. So tomorrow morning, make sure it's 8:30 California time. That's 10:30 out there in Texas, where y'all figure out where it is, where you are. But it's 8:30 in the morning here. It's 9:20 right now in the morning right here. But this is gonna be my new time to start the day off. Tuck, he says, Hill is the best bang for your buck because it won't cost much. Hey, I love it. Hill is the best for bang for your buck. It won't cost, and it won't. And listen to me. The exact reason why I'm pushing Tyreek Hill so much is because, listen to me, at a vet minimum. And guess what? If you like this wide receiver core, if you love it, Tyreek Hill's only gonna make it better. That's all. Tyreek Hill will only make it better. If you love this, Tyreek Hill will only make it better. That's all it's gonna happen. That's all it's gonna do. He'll make it better. And think about this: if you love it, then guess what? You can literally sign Tyreek Hill, because remember, Tyreek Hill is gonna get $28 million of his salary paid by the Miami Dolphins. If you love it, then guess what you can do? You can sign Tyreek Hill Allow him to take as much time as he can to get prepared and get ready, and bring him around week 7, week 8. And guess what? At $1 million, you still get a return on your investment. Because in 8 games, I still believe Tyreek Hill would still have more yards than Flournoy with 475 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sam Harris, what's up, Sam? So let me know in the comment box, what are y'all thoughts on this wide receiving core? Let's see what Sam says. He says, I love Hill on his team. He wouldn't even necessarily have to be a 1 or 2 wild depth. Absolutely. What's up with you, numbhead Neil? Hey, Neil, that's all I'm trying to tell these folks is, bro, like, when you bring in Hill, bro, he ain't even got to be number 1. He obviously ain't going to be number 1. He ain't going to be number 2. Bro, he can be a number 3 or 4. Adrian says, what about Deebo Samuel? Listen to me. Deebo Samuel, I actually like Deebo Samuel. I have no problem with him. And I think he would be a good match with the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because the Dallas Cowboys like making their wide receivers run the ball like a running back. Deebo Samuel's a guy that does that already. He's a utility guy. I think Deebo Samuel is a more utility guy than Kevontae Turpin. The only issue is Deebo Samuel's coming off of a contract with the Washington Commanders that I would assume that he's going to be looking for something north of about $8 to $9 million for thirds. Well, they paying Kevontae Turpin $6 million. Well, I think they pay. Well, Kevontae also does your kick returns and your punts. Deebo would probably want about $8 to $9 million for the season, and he's not going to be returning kicks. So I don't know. I highly doubt the Dallas Cowboys will be interested in him, but I like him. Why do I like Deebo Samuels? Because the Dallas Cowboys offense like to make their wide receivers run the ball like a running back in the backfield, and that's something Deebo Samuel does. You know what I'm saying? If you had Deebo Samuels on this team, guess what you could do? You could run him instead of that dumb play that you made CeeDee Lamb do that he got hurt on. You could have Deebo Samuel do that. Who's a bigger runner, who's a bigger guy, and at the end of the day, you don't really care if he get hurt. I care if CeeDee Lamb gets hurt. But yeah, Ruben says, plus the Cowboys love injured players, so why not? It's a good point. We like getting injured players and giving them cheap deals and making them prove it. That's what we love doing. Tyreek Hill was seriously injured. Is he going to bounce back? I'm going to be honest with you. Every injury in the NFL is serious. The only difference between Tyreek Hill's is we saw it on TV. You know what I'm saying? An ACL tear, an MCL tear an ACL tear is worse than what he got. Like, I would rather come back from something broken than something tore. You know what I'm saying? Because when something breaks, you have a better chance of returning to who yourself versus when something tears. An ACL tear is just as bad, and people come back from them all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is the modern NFL. You know what I'm saying? So what they're able to do with these guys is ridiculous. And a person's resilience to want to come back is going to kick in too. Also, I'm going to tell you something about Tyreek Hill. He's never had a major injury outside of that. So the wear and tear of really rehabilitating is not on his body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something about Tyreek Hill. The dude's a professional sprinter. So what does that mean? This is a guy who's been taking care of his body. You know what I'm saying? So I would feel more comfortable betting on someone like him. And I'm going to tell you this, OG, I'm going to tell you this, Donald, you know what? At $1 million, he don't got to be Tyreek Hill. At Tyreek Hill at 80% is still better than our top 3 and our bottom 3 receivers. That's all I'm saying. Tyreek Hill at 80% is still better than our bottom receivers. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Michael Gallup was coming off an ACL tear and was not fully healthy. You know what the Dallas Cowboys did? They paid him. So the Dallas Cowboys have no problem signing hurt wide receivers. That was a good question, though. Somebody said, I'm confused. Wasn't our wide receiver room last? Like I said before, won't Tyreek Hill come in trying to be number 1? Listen to me. I would love for Tyreek Hill to come in and try. Listen, why are y'all so afraid of players with confidence? Like, listen to me. This is football. Football is like boxing. I don't want guys that think they're a number 3 receiver. No, I want guys that think they're a number 1 receiver. I have no problem with Tyreek Hill coming in here and thinking he's a number 1 receiver as long as he plays like one. What's the problem with that? That's called coddling. We're not going to coddle players over here. You know what I mean? We're going to put all these players in a big old hole and throw a spoon in there and tell them whoever the man comes out alive is the man who got the job. That's how football is. We're not coddling players. You know what I'm saying? This is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? We don't coddle players. I don't have a problem with but that's like a boxer. That's like being mad at a boxer that thinks he's not going to lose a fight. Like, you want him to think that way. And let's talk about this diva mentality. First off, a man can't be a diva. If you Google what the word diva is, that's a female. Whenever we like to take confidence and say that as being a diva. No, that ain't. That ain't being a diva. And you know who you got? People started that with T.O. When T.O. starts saying, "I'll give me the ball." And guess what? They should have been giving T.O. the ball when he was in San Francisco. He was one of the best receivers in football. They should have. Anytime someone demands the ball or demands to be put in a position so they can go out and perform, we as a nation want to call that being a diva. That ain't being a diva. Ain't nobody grow up to be a number 3. Like, you want people on your team that want to win and believe that they're going to be the reason you win. Think about this. Freaking Mike Evans left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, went to the San Francisco 49ers. You know what he said? He said, you know what? I feel that Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers was missing a piece. And you know what? I'm that piece. Nobody said that was toxic. You know what everybody said? Oh my God, he's so confident. He's so confident. We love his confidence. But if a Cowboy player said, or somebody wants to be a Cowboy says, it's toxic. What? Listen, your players are only toxic if their behaviors are causing you to lose games. That's it. Because guess what? Antonio Brown was not toxic until what? Until he was on a team that he was doing it and they weren't winning games. But when he was in Tampa Bay and they was winning games, going to the Super Bowl, he was not considered toxic. He didn't become toxic to the next year when they wasn't winning games and he was doing the exact same behaviors. That's when he became toxic. I like that. Dallas, he says, I can't see why the offense wouldn't be the coldest. A Tyreek, even at 80%, would be dangerous. Facts. What's up, George Lee? Says, preach. Sam says, I would definitely take Tyreek Hill over Jonathan Mingo. That's a no-brainer. Like, bro, that's all I'm saying. I'm not even listening. Everybody's like, well, what happens to Floyd? What happens to Kevontae Turpin? They can still be on the team. All I'm saying is take the worst receiver on our team or a guy who hasn't proven himself, put him on the practice squad and put Hill on the team. That's all I'm saying. You would still have Trajan Holden. Why? Because he would go to the practice squad. That's all I'm saying. It's like if you play Madden and you want a player, what do? You go to the bottom of your roster, whoever the worst guy in your roster, you release him and bring in the guy you want. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate you, my guy, for the comment right here. That's a good one. Ron Tunda, Moran, Kevin Moran. Woo, that boy got 4 names. He says, I would love Hill, speed over the field. Facts. Numbhand Neil says it would be insane depth. Lamb, Pickens, Hill on the same team. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you, if you put Tyreek Hill on this team, even if he wasn't healthy, the first thing NFL teams would say is the Dallas Cowboys are going all in. That's what they would say. That's what they would say. And you know what's crazy? If you look at Tyreek Hill right now, you know what teams are thinking about picking up Tyreek Hill or are being rumored? Let me see. These are the teams that are being rumored to be interested in Tyreek Hill. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Ravens. Aren't those 3 teams that are pretty serious about going to the Super Bowl? That's all I'm saying. Aren't those 3 teams that have really good quarterbacks? That's all I'm saying. And think about this. If Tyreek Hill goes to the Chiefs, he's easily their number 2. If he goes to the Chargers, he's easily their number 2 receiver. If he goes to the Ravens, he's probably their number 1 receiver. I'm just keeping it real with you. So you mean to tell me Tyreek Hill is good enough for Patrick Mahomes He's good enough for Justin. He's good enough for Justin Herbert. He's good enough for Lamar Jackson. That's 3 teams that are interested that for sure that have said they're interested in him. And guess what? 2 of them have quarterbacks that have been MVPs of the league. So you're going to tell me he's good enough for those guys, but he's not good enough for Dak and the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Okay. K8664A says JVCD had those 6 drops week 1. He didn't have no 6 drops in week 1. Then week 2, the rest of the year, he didn't have 6 drops in week 1. Big Sam says Lamb, Pickens, Hills, man, that's a lot of talent on the field at the same time. I like that comment. Listen to me. If it ain't Tyreek Hill, I'm not tripping, but give me 2 other names in the comment box. That's all I'm saying. Because Flournoy, Mingo, Turpin, and Holden is not enough, in my opinion. That's not enough. That's not enough. You need one more legitimate guy. JV says Tyreek is still injured. How would he try to take wide receiver 1 spot? He has to beat out CD Lamb and GP3. But listen to me, even if he does, so what? Why are we afraid of bringing in a guy that can be better than the guys we have? Why are we afraid of that? This is competitive sports. I want a guy that thinks he's better than these dudes. I want that. I absolutely want that. You want to know why? Because that means that he's going to make them better. He's going to make them better. Y'all didn't get mad when George Pickens came out in here and had a better season than CD Lamb. Actually, y'all did, because y'all did turn on CD Lamb. Y'all did. Y'all did. I ain't going to lie to you. I was there. Do it. I'm just saying. I was there. I was there when it physically happened. Y'all did turn on CD Lamb. Y'all did. Because CD Lamb has dropped at least 7 passes in every season he's been in the NFL. And last year he dropped 8. So technically CD Lamb dropped the same amount of passes he drops every year. Just being honest with you. And guess what? When you're top 10 in targets in the NFL, that kind of happens because you have more opportunities to drop the ball. But CD Lamb dropped the ball just as many times as he always does. Y'all just remembered them more this year. That's just how it works. Travis Johnson says NBA, we have 4. He says 39 degrees out there. Okay. With the tornado wave, dang, I pray you get no tornado. Hey, that's a really good comment right there. Tyreek Hill is a winner. We don't have any winners. We don't know how to win when it counts. Hey, that's a good point too. Because right now you don't have anybody on this team that has actually been to the Super Bowl. Nobody. Let me think. Nobody on offense. You don't have anybody. PJ Locke went to the NFC Championship game last year with the Denver Broncos. But you don't have anybody that's actually been there and knows what it takes to actually put a ring on a finger. You don't have anybody. Nobody. So that is a really good point, Wayne. JV, we took that in consideration. He said, I agree with you on the Gallup. Man, we gave Gallup a 3-year contract, and that boy was hurt. And then we made him run out there and play, and he fell in the end zone. Michael says, did we get Hill? No, he's still a free agent. He's still a free agent. I'm just talking and sign Hill, bring him in week 9. I'm okay with that. You want to know why? Because I'm expecting to go to the playoffs. So if you get him week 9, that means you have, 8 more games plus 2 more games in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's 10 games possibly. What's up with you, Dana? You out there in Cleveland. Now I don't know if you're in Cleveland, but I know you're in Ohio somewhere. Kiyoy says Pickens is the number 1. Lamb has always been a number 2 based off of his availability. I don't necessarily believe that because before Pickens got here last year, he wasn't. He was definitely your number 1. But my only thing with CeeDee Lamb is he don't score enough touchdowns. Like he don't score enough touchdowns. Like he's only had over 9 touchdowns in 1 season, and that was 3 years ago. Terry Turner. Oh my God, Terry Turner. I love you, Terry TT. He said, what's wrong with competition? Facts. Facts. What's wrong with a boxer getting into a ring and thinking that he's going to knock out or he's the best person in the world? You had better think that or you're going to get knocked out. And that's how I want everybody on my team. I don't want my fourth string receiver talking about he grew up to be a third string receiver. No, you grew up to be number one. Someone said iguana tacos are good. The real Daryl. I'm going to have to try it. I want to try the chicken of the tree. I do want to try it one time. Someone said he's messing up the locker room. Listen to me. How do you know that? Listen, this is a man's sport. Ain't nobody messing up nobody's locker room. These are all grown-ass men that don't even hang out with each other. Like the days of messing up locker rooms don't exist no more. Because like it just don't exist anymore. Like you rarely hear that about any player in the NFL. Oh, he messed up the locker room. Man, just listen to me. If you are that impressionable by another man in your locker room, you shouldn't be in the NFL. I'm just being honest with you because you know what that means? That means you getting taken advantage of everywhere you go. If you at this point of your life, you should be a grown ass man. These dudes don't even hang out with each other like that. So no, I don't believe that a grown ass man is going to come in here and mess up your locker room. And I'm going to give you an example. The only people that said T.O. was a bad in the locker room are fans. You would never find a player that said that about T.O. Everybody that speaks about T.O. as a player says he was a hell of a teammate. That's why he's loved so much now. Like T.O. is not ostracized. And think about this. As bad as Antonio Brown was, they loved him in Tampa Bay until they weren't winning, right? Danny said, what's up, Danny? Danny says they need that in the locker room, make them earn positions and bring it out the best in them, compete and practice, perform on the field. Facts. Because remember, football is still very much a performance-based job. It's a performance-based job. That means what? You get paid off what you do. Wish we would have to come to Dallas. Wish he would come. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No, if it ain't broke, you make it better. You for sure make it better. If it ain't broke, you make it better. Because last year's price is not this year's price. If everybody around you is getting better and you don't fix the product, guess what? It gets worse naturally. Why? Because there's better products around it. So yeah, even if it ain't broke, you got to make it better for sure. You can't just leave something where it is. Why? Because everything around that product is getting better. Donald Bennett says Jerry will never get him. I don't know. You never know, man. In 2020, in 2026, you never know. George says the bum Eagles just brought in Hollywood. We need Hill. Flournoy, Mingo. He says Flournoy, Mingo, Turpin, hell, all of them can go. I mean, between all four receivers, you got 872 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's between Flournoy, Mingo, Turpin, and Holden. You have 872 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's what I'm asking for my third receiver. That's what you're getting from all four of those dudes. Yeah, that's not enough. Joe Trantrino, what's up with you, sir? Tired ass Cowboy fan said he had 4 drops week 1, not 6. That's still bad. It is in one game for sure, but over a totality of a season, he only had 8. So Juan Jennings. I like Juan Jennings. I like him. And he's healthy. He's a free agent, but I'm going to tell you, Juan Jennings, the reason why I like Tyreek Hill is because Tyreek Hill is your biggest bang for your buck. Because what if this is the thing, right? What if Tyreek Hill actually comes back healthy and is actually Tyreek Hill? Like, what? That's all I'm saying. For $1 million, you wouldn't like to see that? for vet minimum. This is the only time in his career that you would even be able to get him at this price. You want to know why? Because Tyreek Hill, healthy, is a $30 million receiver. He is for sure a $30 million receiver. But guess what? Someone else is going to give you the $28 million. The Miami Dolphins is going to pay for it. This is the only opportunity. And guess what? You'll probably only get 1 year at it. So why not? And think about this. Tyreek Hill would love to come to Dallas. You want to know why? Because we're a top 5 offense. The Chiefs are not a top 5 offense. The Ravens are not a top 5 offense. And the Chargers are not a top 5 offense. But the Dallas Cowboys are. And Tyreek Hill is a guy who's thinking about retirement and brand and what he's going to do with his next life. Guess what? Who will set you up better than anybody? Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. So, yes, he would come to Dallas for sure. I don't remember anybody turning on CeeDee Lamb, but that's messed up if they did. Man, I remember a lot of people turning on CeeDee Lamb here, especially after week 1. Especially after week 1. Lamb not scoring based off of terrible play calling. I don't know about that because we've had 5 different. CeeDee Lamb has had 4 different offensive coordinators, and he still ain't really produced in the end zone. I'm just being honest with you. CeeDee Lamb is just not a guy that gets in the end zone a lot, and we don't throw the ball to him a lot in the end zone. I mean, that's part of the reason why he don't score a lot in the end zone. So if you want to call that play calling, I will agree with you on that. I will definitely agree with you on that because we don't throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb in the end zone. We don't. We throw it to our tight ends. Dwayne says CeeDee Lamb drops game changing balls, good and bad. Well, he only had 8 drops last year, and 4 of them came in 1 game. So we're not about to tear this dude down and act like he had drops in multiple games because that's not what actually happened. Okay, convinced. Keenan Allen is available too. Ain't he signed him up for a year? Is Keenan Allen available right now? You guys gave me 2 names, Juan Jennings and Keenan Allen. I like them both, but I just feel like they're both those dudes are gonna be $8 to $9 million a year, and I don't believe the Dallas Cowboys are gonna give that for a 3rd receiver. My boy Jeff said, if it ain't broke, you soup it up. Facts. Deebo Samuels is available, but he's gonna want a little bit more than $1 million vet minimum. Wayne says on YouTube, like Jimmy Johnson says, you gotta hate losing. You want to dig a destroy the NFC East and the rest of the NFC like you did in the 90s. Absolutely. Like, think about this. We didn't need Deion Sanders, but they still went and got him. Like, we didn't need Deion, but we still went and got him. George says, when I was growing up, we didn't get participation trophies. You had to work for the MVP trophy. Someone said, but Wes, those receivers didn't have the target, so how are they going to have more production? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to get Floyd, Mingo, and Turpin and holding more targets because part of getting targets is you getting open. I am not trying to use the 2020 season to find out if these guys are good. No, I'm sorry. Dak has maybe a 2-3 year more window. No, this is not the wide receiver core you give to a guy making $60 million a year. No, that is not. I'm sorry. You give him the best possible wide receiver core you have that you can make. DeVito says, if we're talking about wide receiver core, but don't we still need a decent running game? Not saying that Williams don't do great, just saying we do. We just picked today to talk about wide receivers. That's all it is. But I agree with you because if Williams goes down or isn't productive like he was last year, who's behind him? Exactly. They're going to put CeeDee Lamb back there. And think about this. The Dallas Cowboys actually had backup running backs on the team when they made CeeDee Lamb go out there and run the ball, and they didn't use them. So that's all I'm saying. The Dallas Cowboys aren't even sold on their backup running backs because if they was, CeeDee Lamb would have never been running the football, but he did. Are we taking targets from CeeDee Lamb and GP? Honestly, I don't really care. Because if you're open, Dak's going to throw the ball to whoever. Dak is not a receiver. He's not a quarterback that goes out there and throws the ball to a particular receiver. That's not Dak's game. Dak is going to throw the ball to whoever's open. So whoever's open, that's who's going to get the ball. So it's not taking targets from nobody. If you're open, you're going to get the ball. Period. The only people we be taking targets from, honestly, is your tight ends, and I'm okay with that because we don't have one tight end that I believe can stretch the field. And no, I don't believe in Ferguson. Is it even a thing of Hill coming to us? We don't know. But we can start it. It is a thing because I'm talking about it. Chase Dubs says, shit, I turned on CD Lamb. It was the drops for me. It was the body language, the please that pissed me off. But he's human. Hey, there you go. Hey, facts. Facts. Appreciate you for being honest, Chase. Brandon Ayuk was cut too. Yeah, he was cut, but he was also cut making like $27 million, and he's 26. Brandon Ayuk is going to get about $20 million. Tired ass Cowboy fans. So by that logic, it's absolutely okay for Dak to throw 4 interceptions in a game and lose it, but it don't matter if he only throws 8 for the season. Come on, man. Yeah, it does, because week 1, you're a different player than you are week 6. Yeah, it does. Like, the NFL is all about improvement, and people are different who they are week 1 through week 8. If Dak threw 4 interceptions in a game in week 1 and we lost that game and then he improved on that, then yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I'm going to tell you this right here. Interceptions are bigger than drops because interceptions means you gave the ball to the other team. A drop just means the ball hit the ground. You still have another player down unless you're throwing the ball on 4th down. You know what I'm saying? An interception means the other team has the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's a turnover of downs. You know, you drop the ball, we still might have an opportunity to get it again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jeff, I agree with you on that. Hey, Jeff, hey, that was my stance all year. That was my stance. He says, come on, people. Lamb is for sure handed wide receiver. Just can't hold one game against him, get off the gas. Hey, that was my stance on him all year. Sam says, we see all these other teams putting pieces around their QB, except Dak Prescott. We have to change that. Facts. Patrick Mahomes just got listen to me. Patrick Mahomes just got the MVP of the Super Bowl, and nobody has a problem with it. Now, if the Dallas Cowboys would have went and got the MVP of the Super Bowl and brought him to Dallas, everybody be saying, "Oh my God, Dak Prescott $60 million, and you still got to, and he's only good if he has an MVP." Bro, but nobody has a problem with Patrick Mahomes. Kenneth Walker just went to the Chiefs. Why does Patrick Mahomes need Kenneth Walker? He don't. They've been pretty damn good with an average running back. They've been pretty damn good. But what they go do? They went and got the best guy available in free agent at the running back position. But nobody has a problem with it. Neil says, Dak is, I'll throw it to you when you get open, Prescott. Facts. That's exactly what he told Dez Bryant as a rookie. Y'all remember that? Remember, everybody was like, Dez Bryant it's been rumored that Dez Bryant's a little upset about, not getting the ball, blase. You know what Dak said? I will get the ball to Dez when he is open. Tired ass Cowboy fan says, all right, got you. Sam, I think that's a great comment to get up out of here. He says, like Troy Aikman's, like Tony. That was actually Tony that said that. Tony Romo says interceptions happen when you're really trying. Agreed. Well, hey, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody that's been watching, man. I've been here for an hour and 30 minutes, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and watching with me. Man, if you guys have any comments if you have any more questions before we get up out of here, please put them in the comment box. I got about 8 more minutes. I'm going to do questions for this last 8 minutes. If you put it in the comment box, I'm going to answer. It doesn't matter what it's about. I don't care what it's about. Put your comment, put your question in the comment. I only want dumb questions right now. I don't want no smart questions. I only want dumb questions. I want dumb questions only. Dumb questions only. Dumb questions only. We're answering dumb questions only. All right. So if you have a dumb question, put it in the comment box. I'm gonna put it on the comment. I'm gonna put it on the screen. We're gonna talk about it for this last 10 minutes. So put it on the comment box right now. Dumb questions only. JB boy, appreciate you. My boy says great show. If you thought it was a great show, hit that super chat for me, please. Worst case scenario, if you can't hit the super chat, please, 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 please share the content. Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Could this be the season we see Stanford take Ferguson's tight end position? Hope so. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. They paid Ferguson like he's supposed to be a number one tight end, and it has not worked out. And y'all didn't buy none of them damn Ferguson jerseys I got in my garage. They paid Ferguson. I went out and bought 12 Ferguson jerseys, and I still got 10 of them. So y'all didn't even believe in them. That's all I gotta say. Who is the new running back signed by the Dallas Cowboys? I didn't know the Cowboys signed a new running back, but if they did, and I don't know who he is, that should tell you something right there. George says, what do you think about trading back and getting more picks? Trading back from, I don't want to trade 12 because that's the pick we earned. I don't want to give up 12. And honestly, I would keep it real. I don't want to trade back this draft. I want to draft 2 players because you need them. You need 2 first-round players on this defense. Now, it's going to be weird when the Dallas Cowboys got to pay them dudes because remember, if you draft 2 dudes in the first round, they both going to come up for contract at the same time if they're both the same. Listen to me. If you draft 2 dudes on defense and they both end up being what you're supposed to be doing, they end up being the Micah Parsons of the world. They end up being some really good players. And guess what? You're going to sign both those dudes in the same season. Will the Dallas Cowboys do it? Probably not. I'm just keeping it real with you. Probably not. But the good thing about it is you only be able to franchise tag one of them. What color are my socks? Cowboy blue and silver. Can we get a petition to get rid of Jerry? No, because he's the owner of the team and it don't work that way. Remember, this is the Cowboys play in Texas, man. In California, you might be able to vote. Hell no, not in Texas. Nope. Can we trade the first round pick for Justin Jefferson? No, because Minnesota would never let him go. He is Justin everything for them. He's their highest jersey selling guy. They just went and they got 2 quarterbacks that's going to be competing for the starting position. No. But if they wanted to do it, I don't even think I would do that. That's a good stupid question, though. I'm not saying, Adrian, that's why I asked stupid questions. You gave me one. Hey, bro, how do you feel about the secondary now with the new additions? I feel the exact same way I did last year. I don't know these people, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know none of these DBs, bro. I'm just keeping it all the way a bill with you. I don't know none of these DBs. And since I don't know none of these dudes, I don't really have no faith in them. You know what I mean? Our DB room looks horrible. Like, could it look better? Yeah, it could look better if you know what I'm saying? But I don't know none of these dudes, bro. And to keep it real, you don't know none of these dudes. You don't know none of these dudes. I'm gonna show you right now. We don't know these guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who are these dudes? Who are these dudes? You know what I'm saying? Kobe Durant. I seen plays from it. Kobe Durant and Deron Bland is the only 2 dudes I know on this list. The rest of these dudes, I don't know these dudes, bro. And you don't know these dudes. You have to take faith to even believe in these guys. And that's just being real. Javon Rebels coming off injury. Stewart's coming off injury. Kalen Carson's coming off injury. And Josh Butler's coming off injury. Deron Bland is coming off injury. The only person that's coming off of a healthy season is Kobe Durant. That's it. He has a nickname, so he's pretty damn good. But we don't know these guys. Like, we don't. Dumb question. Is Jalen Hurts better than Dak? No. 5 years from now, JJ is not going to be relevant. Who? Justin Jefferson? Pick 12. Somebody said pick 12, trade 20 for pick at 12 and trade 20 for Cosby. I'm cool. I'm actually out on Crosby, keep it real. It's been great. Okay. All right. So, yo, man, appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in. I've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. It's now 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 12, wherever you guys are. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. What's up with you, Rashawn? Appreciate you, my boy, for sliding in. Hey, I appreciate everybody for watching the content, man. I appreciate everybody for sharing the content. If you hit that super chat button, I appreciate you even more, man. Hey, you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down to the stars up. Peace. I'll be live later on today around like 4. You know what I'm saying? Unless something happens, but if nothing don't happen, I'll be back live around like 4 today. You guys already know what it is, though.